Evening guys, Harden here, back with another Eve Echoes video, first one for a few weeks. Been heavily involved in this, well, not heavily involved, I wouldn't say that. Obviously the Crab versus SHH war is still going on. Obviously you guys know I'm a SHH member. I'm more kind of PvE focused, so I think my last two videos were about some of the kind of PvP I've been getting. I don't really get onto many of the CTA operations, primarily because I'm in the Asian time zone, and I've got kids, so I don't really have the time to go on a kind of 2-3 hour operation. So I have joined a few. I've had a few kills from kind of local kind of CTAs, but one of the things I've been trying to do when I get a chance is just kind of help out on local defenses, and that kind of leads on to why I want to do this video today. So basically here in Malaysia, it's approximately, well, when this happened, it was approximately 7 p.m. in the evening. I'd been out with the kids all day, came home, finally had a bit of time for Eve. Wasn't really doing very much, just sitting in the CZD. And I thought I was in my kind of ravens, that my typical kind of ratting ravens, just kind of slightly adapted for some PvP. I'll just show you the kind of fit here. Pretty much all three are pretty much the same. You can see, well, actually this one's slightly more pimped in that I think I've got some B types on here, but basically our DPS of 2,994. I think that's inflated because I think I had the EM damage on there as opposed to kind of the implant damage. So anyway, it's still a very nice kind of DPS output. Double large shield boosters, double shield hardeners, 2 ballistic controls. And you can see there's a defense there inactive of 160,000, which goes up to 200 and something thousand once I've activated the hardeners. And again, because these are I'm never quite sure what kind of range these are going to be at. I've been just mainly using it for helping scare people off some of these enemies coming along and kind of just picking on the citadels. So I've been turning up to just kind of help scare them off. So I need some range, so that's why the large missiles. And then I find when you're at range, the target painters are more useful than webs, and then a large nuke just in case someone gets in close. And then if you look at the low slots, I have got a set of integrated rigs there. So it makes this ship pretty pricey. And then you can see in terms of my nano core, just wait for that to load, always a bit slow. Dun, 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 dun. Wow, that really is slow tonight. There you go. So I've got missile torpedo damage 18%, missile torpedo 8%, capacitor 10%, missile torpedo damage 10%, shield 10%, missile torpedo damage, kinetic damage 9.53%. So it's a pretty nice core. The implant's only level 20. I haven't really pushed it up, and I haven't really got any GU things in there, primarily because basically I'm not that active. I can't play that often, and especially with the war going on, basically we downgraded all our Citadel, so all the bonuses for ratting and everything else haven't applied, and basically I've not felt like bothered. So I haven't done any kind of ISK earning since the war started. So I've just kind of been living on my reserves. So anyway, today, it was, as I said, it was about 7 p.m. here. A message came in. Well, actually, first of all, what I did was I kind of decided to go for a little roam myself, just with my 3 ravens. So I moved on down from 3T. Oh, and there was a red reported in the 8S system. So I thought I'll just go and check it out. I had a similar thing the other night where there was one red, like a battleship and a Dictor bubbling a gate. I wandered over there and killed the Dictor, and then wandered off again, and it was all good. I got a nice kill for free, pretty much. So I decided I'd do the same. I'll go for a little roam myself. Now this is very, very quiet time for my alliance. SHH is primarily European and US time zone. So 7 p.m. here, it means the Euros, particularly on Sunday, they often haven't woken up yet, and the Americans are definitely all fast asleep at this time. So there's not really that much going on. So I wandered down to A to S, and nothing was happening. So I actually started heading back. I was back at 3T when someone in the kind of joint comms mentioned that their Citadel was being hit by a Rupture and a Maelstrom, and I thought, well, that sounds like something I could possibly take with this gang. So I kind of turned around. I didn't let the people in the local know, because sorry, not the local, in the shared channel, because there's a few reds in there sometimes sneak in before they get kicked out. So I decided I wouldn't say anything. I'll just go down, make my own way down. So I went on down to the system, and I can't remember, it's not K4, it was DO something, I can't remember the name. So anyway, I wandered along, jumped in, walked to the Citadel. There was a bubble that stopped me about 100 130 away from the Maelstrom and the Rupture interdictor, and luckily the missiles have very good range, especially with the implant. I can then kind of increase the range. So I started hitting the Rupture first. Maybe I should have gone for the Maelstrom, because maybe I could have taken it down quick enough. But I hit the Rupture first and reduced him down to armor, and he warped out. And then I started hitting the Maelstrom, and the Maelstrom warped out, and the Citadel actually started repairing again. So I was thinking, okay, this is good stuff. And then let me just scroll back up here in local. This is kind of the little story. So then there was Talwar, this guy Team Rust in local, and he had undocked while I was shooting at the Rupture and at the Maelstrom. And when the Rupture warped off, he warped after the Rupture and caught him. So it was a very nice little kill for him. And as you can see here, in terms of damage, he did the bulk of the damage and 40% of the damage, but you can see my 3 Ravens were on there, and they obviously kind of contributed, and the fact that it made the guy run off resulted in his death of 1.3 billion kills, so that was very nice. There was another guy in local, friendly guy in a Condor, and he also undocked, and he actually died to the Maelstrom, so I'm not sure how the Maelstrom managed to hit him, but obviously somehow he must have got close enough or whatever, but basically the Maelstrom killed him. So at that stage the Citadel had started repairing, we'd killed the Dictor and we'd driven the enemies off. So I was sitting here thinking, oh well, that was a nice little trip. I was about to actually start heading back, but there was about 8 minutes more for the Citadel to repair, so I thought I'll just hang around a little bit. And anyway, while I was doing that, I suddenly noticed red had spiked by about another three reds, and in warped a Prophecy command, which was kind of obvious bait, but I decided I'll give it a go. I mean, how many people are active at this time in the morning? Anyway, I started shooting the Prophecy and basically got him down to armor pretty rapidly. He was dying very quickly to the 3 Ravens, and he succeeded in warping out. I'm not sure if the Talwar was around at the beginning of the fight, but I didn't have any scramble or webs on this. As I said, these are not my normal sort of PvP ships. I've got them parked somewhere else, and as I said, I just decided to go out with these Ravens. I hadn't really fitted them for tackling stuff. It was more for just kind of shooing people away from stations. So anyway, the Prophecy warped out, but as soon as he did, I literally had 2 Machariels, 2 Machariels, and what was the other ship? 2 Machariels, and the Maelstrom came in as the Prophecy started warping out. So it was then a 3BS v 3BS fight, and it got kind of exciting. So anyway, the first one to die was the Maelstrom. We killed that one here. You can see that Team Rust guy in the Talwar managed to steal the kill again with a 2% this time, but you can see here my Raven Striker 35%, 30 and 30, and that Edmund Stone, who obviously got a new ship, had joined in there. So we killed that. We got a nice kill on the Maelstrom, and then we actually, one of the Machariels warped out with damage, but we managed to actually catch another Machariel here, and you can see here that was a nice 4 billion Machariel, so kind of a nice kill. And again, you can see here that second Mary here, this account had the most damage on him, 37, and then 30 and 24, and again this Team Rust guy joined in the action and got on the kill mail, so that was a very nice kill. But by that point, another was it a Raven? Yeah, a Raven had warped in to join them as well, and so we still had another Machariel and a Raven on the field, and by this stage they unfortunately had managed to break through the shields on one of my Raven Strikers, and unfortunately it's an expensive loss, nearly 10 billion there, because as you can see here, I have got those, or you did see I have those kind of integrated rigs. Luckily, after that I was kind of like panicking, because I was thinking, shit, I hope there's not that hope there's not too many more of them going to be jumping in, and I was still battling them, Raven, and obviously I'd taken some damage on my side. but they kind of evacuated at that point. So as I said, we got the Maelstrom, we got the Machariel. Unfortunately, lost a Raven striker, but we obviously did also get the Rupture Dictor at the beginning of the fight. So pretty much equal in the end of the day in terms of the kind of ISK value in terms of the damage. Pretty much an equal fight. So it was really good fun. But the nice thing was we actually did protect the Citadel, which kind of fully repaired then, and the kind of Reds evacuated, so we got the loot. So I just thought I'd kind of share that with that little kind of story with you, that little kind of battle. As I said, I'm kind of running on fumes in terms of my ISK at the moment because I haven't been making any. You can see only 435 million on this account. I do have a bit more on on my other two accounts, so I do have to kind of replace the rigging stuff. I hope I hope the prices have gone down since I bought that. Probably not. But anyway, it was a good fight. I enjoyed it, and yeah, I'm still enjoying this Crab v SHA war. It's a lot of fun, and I hope it keeps going for a while longer. Although I do need to kind of get some ISK in at some point. Anyway, guys, thought I'd share that story with you. I hope you enjoyed this kind of report from just a regular kind of soldier on the front lines, and if you do, please like and subscribe. Thank you very much. Take care. Bye.